I do it. Filmmaker Link. No, I'm YouTube. I'm Link Master Yo. Yo and yo. Welcome to my channel. Ah, yo. I just want to show you something. I actually did experimental film with this little camera. It's a Swiss camera. It's made in Switzerland. It is, it could, all films are shot in silent. You always have a soundtrack. So I don't have the lens pieces to show off, but I actually shot with this. You can only hold like about 3.5, 4 minutes with the footage. So I actually shot with this, and it's hard to see. It's like so much measurement. So I am a filmmaker. I have done lots of shorts, done a lot of shorts, yo. So I've done some films. I shot on a format of motion picture film. It's not digital, it's black and white mainly because color is astronomically expensive. If you try to do like films with real cameras, these old school, it's like you spend 10 times more putting the sound in. And films are always shot in silent, but the sound's really, really in the film right now. Sounds are like you can use a soundtrack, separate recorder, and then you print it with negatives or prints, like negative prints, just to get the soundtrack in. You can only do it once or so. It's expensive, yo. It is so expensive. So I am a filmmaker. I went to school for filmmaking. I've done animation, music videos. I interned at TV station, TV6 years ago. TV6 as directing. I went to school for direction. So this is Link Master Yo. I almost call myself another site, but yo. So, yo, I'm so tired. I have to do two. I'm going to try to do 2 YouTube videos right now. I've done animation, experimental stop motion animation. I've done some graphics on music videos, like slight 2-dimensional graphics. It was like a very dark music video for I don't know, some local band, Silence of Dissent. It's out of state. In the state where Nine Inch Nails got famous. Uh, it's in a region where the singer of the Cars, or so, what's his name, Eric Oasis, it's that one of the lead singers. Devo, Chrissy Hines, that region, Marilyn Manson, celebrities live in that area. I could go on, but that's where he lives, so, yo. So I did this animation, 2-dimensional animation. It is so dark. It is. But I might actually make it. I don't know. I just made another dark music video, but it's dark jazz too. So, yo. What was I say? I just am so tired. I also, other than short films, I also did camera work for a local documentary for Pittsburgh, a well known conductor. My friend was the filmmaker, I was a camera person. It's Duquesne University. It's film's called Off the Strings, but it's through Duquesne University. So I was a camera person. I filmed an orchestra rehearse. I filmed like several concerts, but I filmed a full-blown orchestra with a world-class master violinist as a conductor, was a board member of. He would spend like a few days. Some of these Duquesne people would go to New York University and then take a train, go straight to back to Pittsburgh or something. But I filmed an orchestra that it was just trying to keep your composer filming an orchestra and you're around world class people, world class musicians. It's easy to get nostalgic and say, yeah, it's just, yo, but I just compose, I don't know. It's like artist mind of mine, I don't know. Filmmaking, artist mind. It's like an artist mind. Yo. So I done some films. I also I also did going back on the TV station I worked for. I filmed a Jerry Lewis telethon or something, TV6, like some muscular dystrophy kids or so. I filmed commercials too. I directed. So I do have a resume. I kid you not, yo. And I have ideas. I'm wanting to make more films too. I also, I didn't mention this on the title of this YouTube video, but I also, when I majored in film direction, I also majored a minor in play direction. I took wardrobe class. I took some acting classes. I took theater classes. I kid you not. I want to show you something. It's my pirate. Look what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a pirate shirt right now. Yo. It's my stuff. Yo. I can do this. Let's see if I can switch. Oh, yeah. It's my books. I have a collection of books right here. It's not much of a room, but I have all these books. Filmmaking books right here. Theater books. William Shakespeare of all kinds. I even have an action figure of Shakespeare right now. Let me show you. Lighting's terrible. I'm gonna just put this up and display. I have English history. I have like tons of books in this, and a pirate mannequin, and art paintings of all kinds. My mom's painting right here. My mother's painting right here. I think I knocked the light out. Hold on. Oh. So let me show you again my action figure, William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare. It's kind of backwards right now because it's inverted. So this is William Shakespeare action figure. Everyone asks me one of my favorite filmmakers. I'll have to say I like the style of Terry Gilliam. Terry Gilliam, some of his stuff is amazing. I like all kinds of directors. I even like, of course, everyone mentions Steven Spielberg or George Lucas. I like his stuff. I like his Star Wars. Steven Spielberg always does. I actually have a book of Steven Spielberg over there. I should talk about it in one of my YouTube videos. I always notice something. He likes to film the aftermath, like Close Encounter of the Third Kind. He does aftermaths of. He always tries to do it. He's always fascinated with visuals. He probably likes to make film like colorful as Disney films when they were filmed in a different format. Yo, he always likes to do technical color. Was it technical color? It's different than color film. It's like vivid. It's like you run through 3 strips of film with color gels. It's like filters. It would be 3 film strips, 3 cameras running in 3 film strips running in 1 camera right now. And a lot of the original color films would always, I don't know, when it's printed, it looks vivid or something. I don't know but it's colors are red, filter gel, blue, and green, not yellow, green. Just like a TV, like old school TV, they always have these tiny little bits. These old school TVs, how they're made. But formats of films, it was very vivid, saturated, incredible color spectrum. Like an old movie, Earl Flynn Robin Hood, Gone with the Wind, Wizard of Oz, color films, yo. But going back on Steven Spielberg, I kind of had to make a reference of it. He likes, I think he likes to do like vivid films, very vivid. I know for a fact Amazing Stories, he did his TV series, produced it, Amazing Stories in the 80s, and his stuff is like way ahead of time, super special effects. So he uses his friend's Industrial Light and Magic. I don't know if I know George Lucas founded Industrial Light and Magic out of Star Wars and then turns in Pixar later on, but correct me if I'm wrong. So Steven Spielberg always likes to show off ahead of time, super special effects, trying to be like Disney, because Disney in a generation before would be lots of special effects, very aesthetic colors. I should talk about Disney, might as well. But Disney did a film called Fantasia in 1940, and this is a time when everyone's used to seeing black and white. He's so used to seeing black and every audience would see it, and his film, it was only in 1939, somewhere around that. It was shown at certain places. It was like, it wasn't like watching a cartoon movie. It was more like a watching a Broadway play or something that caliber or something, and it has programs, and there was speakers. Yes, I forgot to mention Fantasia was the first movie ever, one of the first movies ever in stereo. When they recorded the soundtrack, this is before it was printed in the 60s, of course, they had like over 100 speakers, each speaker, 100 microphones over the whole orchestra. Orchestra can have like close to 100 musicians, like strings, brass, and bass. They all in certain places, and microphones were in certain places. But when it was printed, they put the speakers on the stage or something, exact location where the, if I'm not mistaken, exact location where the all the instruments were, and when it was printed, they all were like cued, so it could sound like an orchestra while watching the colors on the film. And this is from a black and white perspective, an era of null films. Everything's black and white. And when you see color, it's this, it's like, it's very aesthetic for people in 1940s used to seeing 1930s films. You're talking about late 30s and 1930s, and you see something colorful. Gone with the Wind came out the same year too, and Wizard of Oz came out the same year too, of Fantasia, but it wasn't known in the world, but like California, maybe New York. And I played at China Palace. Well, I don't even know the names of Hollywood right now. China Theater out of Hollywood Theater. That's where the Hollywood stars would be on the sidewalk. It's Fantasia as a filmmaker and looking at a prospective audience. It's just so surreal. It would just affect people. All this graphic drawing in motion, It's like the first time. People never seen it. They're used to seeing silent films or gritty black and white films. They would focus more on acting for these old films, but and that's what Steven Spielberg wanted to achieve, of course, one of filmmakers. But you got the idea. I'll probably mention this. George Lucas, it's a miracle to come up with the orchestra music, Star Wars. It's a miracle. It's such a miracle how he puts it all together. Because there were a lot of science fiction films before that. He always wanted to do Flash Gordon too, George Lucas. I like to do Flash Gordon, direct it, if I ever evolve to a director. If I ever evolve, I don't know. Flash Gordon, I don't know how you could do it. That was a really good movie for that time. But Dino Del Lantern, I don't know his name. I think he produced it. So many names. Yeah. So, all right, let's get back to other filmmakers. I like some of Fellini's stuff. I've seen Fellini. Alfred Hitchcock's really good. There's a lot of Alfred Hitchcock. I like some of the films. I like some of the 70s Hollywood films. I like the Pink Panther with Peter Sellers. The one of the two, I think, Pink Panther Strikes Back. I don't know. There's some vibe about it I like. Favorite film would probably be, everyone wants to know my favorite film. Terry Gilliam, the moment he made Imaginarium Dr. Paransis, he was one of my favorite directors, but he's one of my, that just elevated my favorites when he made that film. Brazil, Time Bandits. Did he do Pan's Labyrinth? Holy Grail he did. He also did a few Monty Python films, Meaning of Life or something. I'm so tired right now. Yeah. He also had music videos. Yeah. What's his name? Terry Gilliam. He did I used to have a collection of CDs of Monty Python. It looked so clear and brand new when it came out, but I lost them, but out of the move or something. I like his stuff. He did an awesome intro, and it was filmed in 1969. Another thing I like, cartoons too, about Disney. Cartoons like Bugs Bunny, those groups, Bugs Bunny, Hanna-Barbera. I don't know which one was with Disney, and Waterlands of Woody Woodpecker. One did Woody Woodpecker with this weird laugh. Ha 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 ha. They all worked for Disney. They all were crazy. They all drove Disney nuts. I heard the story about this. After work, Disney sent him to a fine dining hotel, the entire production team, and they wrecked the place. They were like punk rockers. They rode a motorcycle inside. Drove Disney mad. Warner Brothers, Bugs Bunny, all this, the artwork, all came from Disney influence. So is Hanna-Barbera. When you look at the Scooby-Doo, for example, or Josie and Pussycat, these old school cartoons, they all resembled the Disney characters. And Wonderlands of Woody Woodpecker always had interesting color schemes. Yo. I kid you not. Yeah, Hanna-Barbera used to be Saturday cartoons with 80% of it was done Hanna-Barbera. There's all these cartoons, Hanna-Barbera, Jabberjaws. And not mentioning some of the voice actors. Mel Blanc's 1,000 Voices. He's the same guy who did Elmer Fudd's. Yosemite Sam, Yosemite Sam or something. Chuck Jones too also got involved. I don't know if he was part of Disney. Chuck Jones. His animation was a lot of the Bugs Bunny stuff were animated in the late 50s, probably mid 50s. The really bright ones. It actually goes back before that, of course, but the TV special played Saturday cartoons, the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show. The color schemes are amazing, and some of the background art is high caliber enough to make it to fine art museums. It's archived. And I think a lot of it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's from Chuck Jones. He did that, helped out with the animation. He also did the Grinch Who Stole Christmas animation holiday. Chuck Jones gives you an idea how good he is. So filmmakers are all kind of filmmakers to me. I also like, I mentioned music video a little bit ago. I was thinking of Michel Gondry. Gondry or something of French. I like his music videos from the 90s. He did a lot of Bjork videos. He did a lot of good visuals, good. I like his art. Michel Gondry. Who else I like? I can't think of everyone. Robert Wise. He did a lot of films. He was more like a marching band coach director. He would direct big production. He did Day Earth Stood Still. He did, I wonder if he did this horror film called The Swarm in 1970s with Michael Caine. He also did Star Trek the Motion Picture. I think it was his fault to change the look of the Enterprise. It was his doing. I don't know. Maybe it's a studio came up with it, but I think he had the choices. And he did a lot of good science fiction. He also directed an original West Side Story. And he's like a most underrated director, kind of like a marching band director. Another one is Edward Blake did the Pink Panther. He did a lot of comedy films. He did The Party with Peter Sellers. He's like a husband. Yes, he's married to Julie Andrews. Sound of Music. Underrated. Very, very underrated. So many directors. So many film directors. Now there's Netflix. Some movies, people tell me there's like 2 or 3 directors on one film. I forgot to mention one director. The guy who did Beetlejuice, directed Beetlejuice. And what's his, Tim Burton. I like his artwork, I like his style. And Stanley Kubrick. But let's talk about Stanley Kubrick. I'll have to talk about him in a second. But not Martin Scorsese. He's a good director too. I like his stuff. Taxi Driver. Always people like arguing. It's like one of these hard accents of New York. Rough accents of New York. My biological father lived in New York City, like Greenwich Village. What else? Yeah, Tim Burton. Artwork. I like his goth scene. I like his style. I look at it as picturesque. He directed the first 2 Batmans. Yo. He did a lot. Who else? I did mention one. It's Martin Scorsese. Blake Edwards, is that his name? Or Edward Blake? I don't know. Did a lot of good films. Mel Brooks. I like his stuff. I like his comedy. He brings laughter. He's still alive too. I'm like, OMG, he's still alive. Oh, oh my greatness. Yo, oh my God, yo, oh my greatness. Yeah, Mel Brooks. I heard there's going to be a Spaceballs too. I heard there's another Tron movie coming out too. And I like Peter Jackson too. His stuff is great. So many films out there, so many directors. The guy who directed Weird Science. I can't think of his name right now. I'm so tired. Yo. He was born in Michigan, and I'm in his hometown. I'm actually in his hometown, like way in the outskirts of Ann Arbor. Yo. Guy did Weird Science, 16 Candles. I can't think of other films he did. I like his stuff. It's like cheesy 80s, stuck up 80s, popular 80s, the me 80s. So, just to give you an idea. And there's talented camera people, there's talented sound people, there's talented musicians. Frank Lloyd Wright of Family Opera. He gets paid every time the play is paid is brought. What do you call it? I can't think of terms right now. It's when when the play is going on, when the show's going on. That's right. That's what I meant to say. When the show's going on in theater of Family Opera, each time it's played, I think Frank Lloyd Wright, I guess that's his name, who wrote Family Opera. He composed the music. He wrote the music scores. He's one of the highest paid sound scores or composers, music composers in the world. One of the highest. I don't know if he's the highest talent. Oh yeah, what's his name? John Williams, Steven Spielberg, and George Lucas is so lucky and fortunate to have put things together to make great films. There's so many directors out there. There's so many. Fellini, Fritz Lang. There's also another film, a vampire film, Nosferatu. There's actually a third version of it that came out. It's supposed to be one of the best. I hadn't even seen it yet. I saw the one made in both of them, made in the 30s and then the 70s. Really superb camera work, like National Geographic. But I heard the new one is amazing. I still yet to see it. Yeah. Just to give you an idea, there's two ways I watch films. I watch it as a person in the audience, and I watch it as a filmmaker. When I could see stuff, I'll notice things. Continuity is really hard to spot sometimes, but you have to have a trained eye to see it. I think when I watch movies, I don't have a good attention span to spot continuity. First film or second film, same time watching it. Yeah. So I shared what I like right now. I'll probably talk more about it. Yo. All I can say is yo. I got a music video done. So I'm going to talk about it next blog. So I'm going to make another shot of it. Yo. So I've been on this channel for a half hour and time goes so fast. So I talked about my favorite directors. I talked about I'm a filmmaker, so again, I made several short films. I directed it. I made several animations, several music videos, several shorts, several experimentals. most of it's on YouTube. Yo. So, yo. And I like, for filmmaking, one of the things I like to do. So, I made films in the past, but this is, I'm almost done too. I forgot to mention, as a filmmaker, I like to bring the best out of the picture, bring the best out of the actors and the visuals, and awesome storyline with an awesome melodic soundtrack. Really nostalgic, melodic soundtrack. And good story and treatment. It's just so many terms. Yeah. So I just did short films. I also like to do plays too, but I also like music. I like to do music, but filmmaking. Michel Gondry did a music video. I think he did Science of Sleep. I don't know if he did that film Science of Sleep he made like 15 years ago. He's a musician. Michel Gondry is a musician. He did some White Stripes videos, Seven Army Nation. So that's Michel Gondry's work. Seven Armies Nation. That Lego video. Yo. And he's a drummer for a band in France, like a local band in France. I don't know if it's local, regional, well known. I'm not sure. I don't have enough information on, but I know for a fact he's filmmakers can be musicians too, much musicians playing a band and then they're a filmmaker, like Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie made some films like, and he's a musician, so I'm kind of musician. I'm kind of learning to do music myself, yo. Yeah. So I'm gonna wrap up as a filmmaker. Oh, not wrap up as a filmmaker. Wrap up for this video. So I don't know what happened. This lighting's messed up. Yo. Yeah, some of them are photographers too. Some of them are photographers too. These filmmakers and interior decorator. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Subscribe in my Patreon, Linkmaster Yo. I'm gonna post some stuff pretty soon on Patreon and other media sites. If you type in even Twitter, Linkmaster Yo, you'll find me, or even TikTok, even all these others, yo. So subscribe, hit the like button, notifications. I'll keep posting new stuff. Once again, I'm about to do another YouTube video. Anyway, later. Yo, 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 and yo. Later.